I am Red Cyclone! Aria!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is up? What is up? What is it?
Chilling, Mark. How you doing?
I'm good. Just enjoying my weekend, my final day of my weekend. I gotta go back to work tonight, so I'm not excited about that. But I did play some video games this weekend. I'm very, very close to finishing Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm trying to get the rest of the little side things done before I finish it. But I'm most likely going to do a New Game Plus, and I probably do that exclusively on Twitch, so you can follow me on there. I'm Mark with the mic on Twitch, and I'll be playing again, but I'll be doing the New Game Plus on the hard mode.
So what happens when you beat Majima in that game?
So after I beat Majima, they all kind of team up with you, because they go back to,
nice.
huh?
I said nice.
So they all team up with you and they help you escape the Oni clan, or at the time, stuff like that. And then you find out more about the person that you were going after, that he wound up being your real life father. It's a really fucked up story, because how y'all going to just leave your damn baby in a locker? I don't get that. And then not only one baby, two babies. So someone left a baby in the locker before the one that got locked in the locker.
That's terrible. Wow.
So I was just like, and then the dude that he kind of like raised Ichiban, he breaks the locker, but he broke the locker that he was trying to find was the wrong locker, but he took someone else's kid, and that's the one that is the villain in the movie, and that's the one he raised. And Ichiban was his real kid, and he was in the next locker next to him.
So what I have learned is that there was a complex system for baby delivery. Like, did they just put babies in lockers and was like,
Yeah,
all right,
motherfuckers don't want them to be daddies. So you know what? I'm gonna put it in the locker. Someone will get it.
That's nuts. That's messed up.
I was like, why are you putting babies in fucking lockers? That's the one thing that just bothered me. Like, what the fuck? This is a poor baby.
If you thought Yakuza couldn't get any crazier, there you go.
Yeah, and it goes into that, and then you fight Kiryu, because Kiryu pretty much has information you want, and he's just like, I want to see. He was like, I cannot. I hate his English. I'm sorry, whoever the actor that plays Kiryu, I hate you. I don't like you. You sound weird. It sounds weird to me. So I played so much Yakuza within the last 2 years that Kiryu's voice is sustained in Japanese to me. So I think what would have made it more appealing is if you did not make him English, if you just kept him Japanese. Like, everything he talked about, he talked in that deep voice, because he has a deep voice, but he just sounds weird, and the things he's saying is just like, it's not Kiryu though. I can't see it come out your mouth. But it's not like the guy did a bad job. It's just the fact that it's not Kiryu I know, kind of thing. So it kind of bothers me. And then you end up finding him because he wants you to prove yourself that you deserve the information that he gets. So he said, I solve everything with my fist, which he does, and then they end up fighting. And he was a pain in the ass too, but luckily I leveled up. I went for the trophy, so you have to be level 70 to get the trophy. So I went over 70, so I had enough power to take him out. I'm learning how to do more the assisting and things like that, and like the healing parts and things like that. So I kind of got a good squad right now. I got to build everything up to 99, because remember Amon? You can fight him in this game too.
Oh, okay.
And he's in the final fucking fight that you get the platinum for, because you have to do this thing in the tower, and he's the final thing. And not only do you fight him, but you also fight Majima, the other dude, and the tiger dude, and Kiryu in the same fight, along with him.
Tiger dude? Oh no.
along with him, and I've seen videos of them people fighting him, and literally those videos are about 20 to 25 minutes long.
Wow.
Of them just fighting him. So I have a clue of how to do it. I have a clue on what to do, of the team I need and everything like that. So I just got to build things and grind when I'm ready to do that. But I want to try to platinum this Yakuza because it's very possible to platinum it.
So about the systems in the game, are they complicated to a point where it's like, man, I could be doing better if I understood this, or is it just like more time consuming? Like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this.
I feels a little bit of both, but I feel more like, especially learning the strategic, the jobs, how the jobs work and how the job system is. I think learning that, taking the time to really learn that, really benefits you, especially later in the game more than beginning, because the later in the game, this is where you actually are having someone for healing, having someone to magic up, then having your two powerful hits and things like that, learning the weaknesses of the villains, because every villain has weaknesses and stuff like that. But it also takes you time to learn like the mechanics of the jobs and the movements, the moves that the jobs give you. Because not only does your guy get his own set of moves, but he has the moves of the job he has as well.
Okay. And for your squads and stuff, is there any variety? Like, are there more than the number of people you ever get in a team? Like, can you put people on a bench and stuff?
So altogether is 7 people.
Okay. And the party's
4.
So there's 3 extra people. Okay.
There's 3 extra people, and you can always switch insert. And sometimes you don't have as many, because depending what part of the game you are, sometimes you're by yourself and that. But for the most part, you have 3 people in your team, and learning the jobs, learning what the specialties, especially the assist things, are good to know, because especially if like the poker job on. So there's one girl that you unlock, and you unlock by beating the management thing. That's the only way to get her. If not, you won't get her. Once you unlocked her best job for her is the poker, because she gets this move that gives you 500 of the MP and the XP in the health. So you could, and then she would do it in every turn. She'll do it for like 3 turns. So that one's good to have, especially if you're fighting like Kiryu, which 2 hits will knock you the fuck out. So she's one, like, so once you learn. It takes the time. Take the time to really learn the game, learn the system and stuff like that. It'll benefit you down the road, especially in the later games when it gets really hard, and you need to be at least 10 levels ahead of everything.
Oh damn. Okay.
Dude. But I found a little cheat, and I abused the shit out of it to get my guy up. So.
Gotcha.
Good old hobo.
You gotta play fair.
Good old.
You know
hobo.
what I mean?
Yeah, but it's a great game. I honestly will say right now it's like one of my favorite games I played last year. Like I started last year, so I'm still playing it. I'm over 90 hours into the game.
Gotcha.
Like I put 90 hours in that fucking game, and I'm surprised I put 90 hours in the fucking game. But like Yakuza, like they all have so much things to do and learning things to do and things like that. I still gotta finish up the Mario Kart stuff. I still gotta finish up the job quest things, the hero quest, the part-time hero. I gotta finish that. I gotta finish and the big tower thing that they have, and those are the things I gotta finish in that game. Other than that, I'm close to the platinum. The only thing is gonna be the grind is to fight Amon, which doing Amon, he's gonna be a bitch, because he's a bitch in every fucking game. So so I'm playing it, I'm enjoying it. It's probably one of the better games. The PS.
She might be interested in, Mark. It's Yakuza related.
Okay,
but go ahead.
The last thing, because the PS5 upgrade to Yakuza 5, Yakuza Like a Dragon comes out in March, so I'm actually excited to see it upgrade it and make it smoother and look better and things like that. I'm excited to see it, even though the game looks good as it is.
I can't remember the name of the actual game. There's a series of Yakuza games, right?
Yeah.
I think it's called Panther. The main series is Panther or something, because I look it up on eBay. Panther Yakuza New Chapter.
Yeah.
That was it was exclusive to Japan and exclusive to the PSP.
Yeah.
Right. So it says this is from Kotaku. This is from actually I think it was last week.
Oh, I see it. I just googled it.
Yeah. So you see, there's a fan translation of that game.
Oh, sweet.
So I don't know what it's gonna. I'm assuming it's gonna PC, obviously. But I don't know if it's gonna be able to be on a system.
Yeah. But
that's just something I wanted to bring to your attention. So there technically is one more Yakuza game you might need to play.
Oh, it's a PSP version. Oh, it has a sequel too. It's 2 parts.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy looks kind of cool looking. Oh, Imajima's in it.
And the other thing is, I don't know if this is gonna get picked up. I think this could only be a good thing because it's showing fan interest, and I know they're not this type of studio that wants to take things down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe this could lead to this game being ported, because it's right now. I think if you get the fan translation,
Yeah.
you play it on PSP via emulation or something.
Yeah.
But if you're not gonna be doing that, the only way to play it officially is on PSP.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I wonder, did you ever answer those surveys?
I used to do it all the time.
They put out. Yeah, so one of those questions, I still wonder if they're thinking about it. One of those questions was about I forgot what they were called. The ones where it's back in time, in the feudal Japan, where it's like Kiryu but his ancestor.
Yeah.
And you fight it has sword fighting and whatnot.
Yeah.
They did ask if people wanted those, so maybe those will make it too.
Yeah, I'm all for anything. Give me more Yakuza. I want it all.
That's the one I really want to do. And then they're saying that the creator wants to make another game set in Europe.
Okay.
So that could be something else. Oh man, all right. I'm all for whatever they want to make. But
yeah. Same here. I'm excited to see what they go through, especially after a Dragon, such a different game, but it's still the same. I'm actually looking for. I would like to see a sequel to a Dragon with Ichiban. I would like to see more of that character because I actually really enjoyed Ichiban as a character. He's a fun character. He's more I think he's more relatable than the other characters that we had to play with.
Makes sense. Nobody's as crazy as Majima, and Kiryu is badass Jesus. He doesn't need wine, water, or women. He just keeps going and whoops ass.
Yeah. So Ichiban is a breath of fresh air with character wise. So I would like to see a sequel to a Dragon. I will also like to see actually I you know what, as much as I like the I played the remasters on 3, 4, and 5. I will like those updated because 3 was really tough to get through.
Okay.
I think that was the one that I dreaded playing. I did not like 3. Because I feel and it wasn't the story. It was just the gameplay was very dated. So it didn't feel good. It felt very clunky. It felt when I went to 4 and 5, it got better.
But you know what? You just reminded me, because that was the first one. That was the introduction to PS3.
Yeah.
So that was the first one on the new hardware. Because thinking about it, I remember playing 2. 2's combat was almost the same as 0. It was the style changing. It was fast and it was good.
Yeah.
And when you mentioned how 3 felt dated, I was like, yeah, it was. It was an awkward transition.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially if you're playing, if the way you play I started with 0. I played 1 Kiwami and 2 Kiwami. So they all have the same gameplay. So or very similar gameplay but better. Because part 2 played a lot better than part 1. The Kiwami.
Yeah, because it was the one that was the second chance at the new engine.
Actually, third, because they used that engine in 6 as well.
Oh yeah, the Dragon engine. No, that's right. That is a second chance because Kiwami 1 was the second chance at the Zero engine.
Yes.
So it's the second. It's they only did 2 of each.
Yes.
So
I would like to see those get updated to like the Kiwami style, because as much as I would like to play those again, I don't want to. Like maybe 4 and 5, just because I think what 4 or 5 did was just they added other characters to make it more fun. But other than that, like 3 was the hardest one to get through because it was just very dated.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I always do those. I always do those surveys because I want people. You could even call to all my coworkers. You can even ask Tommy how many times I talk about Yakuza to him. He's actually very interested in playing it, but I don't think he will have the time to play it because he always bitches about time. So I'm like, it's a time-consuming game, but I'd rather pay $60 for this game, knowing I've been playing this since November. Yeah, and I'm still playing it. So I like games like that, longevity in games, and not only longevity, but I want to play it again. Yeah. So once I finish it, I will play it again and go through it again and probably put another 90 hours into it. But they made the game worth it, and I think Like a Dragon, as much as if you listen to our past cast, I was very, very skeptical of the gameplay. I was very scared of the gameplay, and I adapted and I learned how to use it, and I love it.
So, well, now your next playthrough on your New Game Plus will probably take like half the time. I mean, aside from the mandatory grinding. Yeah. But I think you'll have it in your head now with what you have to do, and it makes it go by faster. Yeah, and
that's the one I'm gonna Twitch. I'll probably have like day karaoke nights and shit like that, and I just do all the karaoke missions and things like that. So I'll probably do it like in sets of things just to make it more fun and actually get an audience.
Wait a second. Do they change the voice to English?
Yeah, the songs are in English. Oh, no. That's why, I had to put the Japanese language when I do karaoke. So that's why in the gameplay, in the new gameplay I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play straight Japanese.
Damn, man, I forgot about that.
They're bad. They're really
bad. They are bad.
They're bad. They're really bad. And like, you know what? I feel like they're purposely bad because karaoke is not. Yeah, it makes sense why it's bad, but it is bad. It's really bad because. I have the Yakuza soundtracks on my fucking on my Spotify playlist and shit, man. I love the soundtrack. I love the karaoke songs like Judgment. Judgment is my fucking favorite one.
Judgment is a good song. Also the meme, but it's the real deal.
Yeah.
Every Friday. That's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Friday, you know, come on Friday. Yeah. The two Majima and Kiryu in the club.
Yeah. I like a lot of those songs, especially like even the dance one. The dance club when you do the dance missions, there's a song I really like on there too. They have them in the soundtrack, like on Like a Dragon. You buy CDs and they're on there, so I was able to find them, and I was like,
You have a Walkman or something? I mean, you have a Walkman CD player?
In your so you kind of like make a home into this bar called Survive Bar, and there they have like a big record collection, and when you buy CDs you could play them while you're in that bar.
Okay, gotcha.
And it has like the Daytona USA, it has Sonic Adventures, it has a bunch of shit.
That's right.
Because
of the time.
Yep.
It's the last game in the timeline.
Yeah.
So it has everything up to date.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It has the Persona stuff. It has everything. Yeah.
Did they add anything special, like game-wise? The side games, like the real Sega games in there? They put anything special?
Well, they put the same games they've been having besides Virtua Fighter 5. That's a new one.
That's the newest.
Okay. Yeah. Virtua Fighter 5 is the newest one, but Virtua Fighter 5 to Space Harrier is still there. Outrun is still there. Hang On is still there. Flash Zone, or I forgot the name of the other game. It's like a little spaceship.
Okay.
That's still there. Because a lot of them, if you played Zero, you had to beat the score, and then they'll unlock the other game. So like Hang On was a special game. If you passed Outrun, there was a mission that you had to do a stage with the girl. She was like, "Oh, beat my score, beat my score." When you beat it the third time, she pulls out Hang On. Oh, we just got this game in.
Okay, cool.
Space Harrier was one, and Fantasy Zone. That's the game.
Fantasy Zone. Yeah, I remember that.
So Fantasy Zone, you had to unlock playing Space Harrier, and Outrun unlocked Hang On.
Okay, cool.
You know what game I missed? I actually was really good at, and I was enjoying the rock paper scissors game with the girl cards.
Oh, I know what you mean. The wrestling game.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to that?
I don't know. Was that in Judgment or was that part? I don't remember what game that was in.
I think it's in 6, right?
Is it in 6? I think it's in 6. If it's not in 6, it's in.
I know.
No, it's not 0.
Okay, was it Kiwami 1 that is the actual playable game?
Yes.
And then I think maybe it's Kiwami 2 where it turned into a card game.
Yeah, so Kiwami 1, you actually went to the wrestling event.
Yeah, you went down the stairs.
And then the Kiwami 2 became a card game and you were collecting cards and shit. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I know in 0 it's the folder. It's not a game.
Yeah. I would like to see that.
I'm going through 0 now. I'm slowly. I'm gonna eventually put them up on YouTube, but
Nice.
I'm making sure to go through and record each episode and stuff. So I have a bunch of them ready.
Nice. Zero's
Just have to edit
fantastic.
stuff and put them up. It's just that I don't want to put them up and then have a gap because that's a long ass game.
Yeah, exactly. So develop a couple of them before. Yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, I'm loving the game. It's good.
Play Yakuza. Do it.
Yeah. Also, I've been playing Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. They just re-released it. Ubisoft was developers on it. It plays like River City Ransom, very similar to that game. So, if you like River City Ransom, you'll like Scott Pilgrim.
You should try, or do you have it? River City Ransom Girls.
No, I've been meaning to buy it. I have not bought it
You
yet.
should.
It's
You
on the
should
Switch.
really-
I gotta grab it.
That's a really good version of River City Ransom.
Cool. I'll definitely check that out. I saw gameplay. I saw Xavier, I think, playing it. Xavier
Yeah,
Woods.
shout out to 80 AGDQ. Excuse me, I gotta get the acronym right. Because like this past month, well, yeah, it went from I think the beginning of the end of last year, into a little bit of the beginning of this year. They were putting out their speed runs and whatnot, fighting cancer. I think this year, the total like beat every other year. It was like 2 million or something, like a lot.
Cool.
Which is great, very good. But there was a speed run of that game with the developers on commentary, so you got to hear those guys. And like they just seeing that and hearing them talk about it made me forget. I was like, oh yeah, this game exists and I don't have it.
Yeah.
But also that there's so many of those games. I think they said it was like 60 something River City Ransom games.
Oh, nice.
It's a lot. It's a lot, dude. And you bringing that up, it also makes me realize that, they're different companies and whatnot, but I can really see the lineage of River City Ransom and Yakuza. Like, it feels like that's in the same universe, you know what I mean? It's not, but it does.
If you actually really think about it, especially with Zero, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Zero. I see it.
Especially, yeah. The two characters.
Because as much as the action and the way it is and stuff like that, the RPG elements is still there. The food gives you power ups and things like that. Yeah, I see it. But yeah, Scott Pilgrim vs. World came out. Fantastic soundtrack too. So definitely check that out.
Oh, did you get the special edition or no?
I got the Switch limited run game, the physical copy, and then I bought it on digital on PS5. Well, 4, 5. It's a PS4 game, but it plays on the 5. But I wanted just to play it. I like the game. I love the soundtrack.
Yeah, definitely. I forgot the group name, but they got really popular after they came out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's good news, right?
Yep.
Let's have more good news. I just wanted to say, can't wait for the NFL to do the same thing. Soon, EA will not have the exclusive license to Star Wars games. I believe that might already be in effect. Like,
yeah.
Because you said the Ubisoft thing is going down.
Yeah.
So, thank God.
Yeah.
They finally loosen their grip on something.
Yeah. They still are. EA still has games in the making for them, but they don't have the exclusive rights anymore.
Yep. Which is a great thing because you tend to forget until it happens a lot. But I mean, thankfully, we did get the last game, Fallen Order, which was done by Respawn.
Yes, and it was fantastic.
Thankfully, they're under the EA umbrella. But when stuff like an entire brand gets locked behind exclusivity deals, you tend not to think about the quality until you get just a bunch of like BS, and that kind of blew up in the fans' eyes with Battlefield, and then they had the backpedal and all that. So now you don't have to worry about it, at least for Star Wars. So now you can get good and bad games from all different types of companies.
Yeah.
So thankfully.
Yeah, and the first one announced was Ubisoft doing an open world Star Wars game.
Yes. Thankfully, what I heard of it is the team that is behind The Division, I believe 1 and 2, and that's the Ubi joint. And here, if it's gonna be a shooter, that's the right team to give it to. Third person shooter, please do it. I wouldn't mind if it's the Mando game. Go ahead.
Yeah, why not?
If it was the Mando game, then you would not have to worry about the playability of the game. That's one thing I could say right off the bat.
Yeah.
So that can only be a good thing. I mean, okay. So now we know this is a real thing, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a studio that's not in EA that you would like your dream Star Wars game to be made by? I could just say, why don't we just let the Yakuza guys do it? See what happens.
The Yakuza do Mandalorian.
That'd be great. Because you know he's whooping people's asses, and you the cutscenes, you already know the story's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So.
He's gonna put babies in lockers.
No, he doesn't do that. He's the hero.
The hero did it too. God damn it.
What a shame.
I don't know. I would like to. You know what? I'm just gonna throw one out of there. Namco, Soul Calibur creators do a Star Wars fighting game.
That's good. That's good. I didn't think about it, but yeah.
I played it with it before. Yeah, I did pretty good with it. So I would like to see more.
I might regret saying this, but I would want Square Enix, specifically the Final Fantasy VII Remake team, to make a Star Wars game.
What kind of style? Like RPG? Like kind of like 7?
Episode 3 through 6.
3 through 6.
The same. So the same way that they're putting all that effort into Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah. I
would want that same team to put all that effort into 3 through 6.
Okay. That sounds good. And then it'd be RPG element and action RPG.
Like, can you imagine the combat?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, they have evolved the RPG in a way that I like.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Same here. Yeah. That's all. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to like Star Wars games, so just make a good game. That's all I ask. Fallen Order surprised me. I liked Fallen Order a lot, even though there was annoying shit on it.
But you know what? We also gotta you gotta suffer through some things because you still gotta suffer through games like Avengers.
Yeah.
because I tried to like that game, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, that was Square Enix.
I know, but that was what team was that? Because
That
that
was
wasn't the Final Fantasy.
Crystal Dynamics.
Crystal Dynamics. Yeah, that wasn't the Final Fantasy team that made that.
Crazy shit is like I see Disney's that's what Disney's trying to do, as in they trying to wait. They're doing it with Marvel as well. They're letting other companies do Marvel games. Same thing like with the Disney properties, Star Wars properties. They just want to be able to have other companies treat their property properly and hopefully get more games and stuff out. So we'll see. We'll see how good it does.
No more microtransaction filled bullshit. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Because
EA messed up, and that's probably why they like, yeah, we got to go, homie.
Yeah.
But also Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix do have to get some blame because that's what that game was.
Yeah.
Microtransactions up the yin yang.
Yeah, the exact same shit. Shame on you.
Yep. Shame on.
Shame. And Avengers had potential. Has potential.
Yeah.
But yeah. Bad shame on you. But yeah, like I feel like a lot of companies are doing that too. Like the MLB The Show is also going to be like non-exclusive to PS5 anymore. It's going to be on Xbox One and things like that. So hopefully NFL does the same thing. Maybe we get a return of NFL 2K. I would love that. But who knows?
You know what I was looking at on Twitch, and I forget that you can basically stream whatever game you want.
Yeah,
I forget that.
Yeah,
for some reason in my head, I think there's a limit of games, but I saw somebody. He's the comedian. Damn it, he hangs out with giant black dude. I forget his name. Damn it, I feel bad. But there was a comedian that I follow, and he was streaming NFL Blitz.
Oh, sweet.
2001 specifically. That's like everybody. That's usually the favorite. I think it's 2000 or 2001. I forgot which one it was specifically. But I was just like, damn, man. Don't you miss Blitz?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the old Blitz. I mean, not that new one they tried to make. It wasn't great.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I like the old school. I like the arcadey stuff. It was fun.
Once in a while, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get something like that. Yeah, I know we could play Joe Montana on the Genesis. I know. If you want to play some real football back in the day.
But I also like the NBA stuff too, like NBA Jam. I like the NBA Streets.
Oh, so you trying to say you wasn't a live 95 type of guy?
I didn't mind live. I played live. I played live at the time, but I didn't like the alternatives too. Like it's always good to add the alternative. That's why WWE games suck right now because there's no alternative.
Yeah, true. I hope whoever's making a wrestling game now just take that into account. You are becoming an alternative. Your game better not suck too.
Yep.
Because that's just gonna make everybody sad.
Yeah, it's gonna make everyone mad. Just make a good game. Impact needs a game now, seeing the broskies are on there.
Hell yeah.
Well, they got Retromania coming out soon. It comes out next month.
So, somebody put the bug in his ear.
Yeah.
As a game.
Yep.
And I just wanted to, provide an update because we brought it up on the show. The company Super 5 is canceling all PS2 theme PS5 orders after receiving credible threats to the team's safety. This is from Games Radar. This is like the update that happened almost literally after we announced that on the show. It's messed up. I don't know exactly who was threatening them, but they got some credible threats, and we were talking about it personally. We were like, damn, this is why we can't have anything.
Yeah, can't have nice things.
So they're just
People
like
fucking entitled.
So, okay, let me just get the line about it. It says, according to a statement from the company, employees at Super 5 have been receiving threats all day. Receiving threats today, the orders went live, causing the team to shut down the operation and begin issuing refunds for orders. So they weren't out to get people. This was not an instance of a company, they got found out to be shady or nothing. Yeah. No. This is just some wild stuff. People were just threatening them. I guess, again, because the systems are so rare, the market now for any little thing regarding like oh, you got a system? Let me get that. It just seems it's like it's at a fever pitch now. It's like also somebody in the industry have put it up. Shout outs to the 8-4 podcast. They were a Japanese centric podcast.
Yeah.
But they were talking a little bit about the production shutdown of the PS4s.
Okay.
Because that happened.
Yeah.
That happened 2 weeks ago. Sony officially shut down all production of every PS4 except one model. And then they were like, well, why would you keep the one if you're going to stop production? And it was because I think it's the super efficient Slim.
Yeah.
So it's like it's the cheapest one to make. But not just that, is because they realized they have to shut down production. They probably realized they have to shut down production because they need to get PS5s out there.
Yeah.
So they can't be making anything else. Which I'm like, that's an interesting predicament to find themselves in.
Yeah.
Because you don't usually hear about that. Because remember, dude, you can find a PS2 for like 15 years after it came out.
Yeah.
They just never stopped making them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, eventually they only went down to the Slim, yes. But like they were making those things forever. So they stopped the Pro, the Pro, the Fat, and the Pro Slim, I think it was. Just all that. So I know the collector's market is going to go crazy. Thankfully, I still got one that has PT on it. I am not telling nobody where I live because I know motherfuckers crazy with that shit.
Yeah.
But we're literally just talking about a hot ticket exclusive item, and people are going nuts.
Yeah.
People are just going crazy and threatening the people making the thing. Like, that's nuts.
Like, why are you gonna threaten them? Like, what's your end game with that? They just not gonna make it for you. Simple as that. And then look what you did. Look what you did. Now you got no PS5.
Yeah, now nobody's getting them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
That's nuts, dude. That sucks. I mean, yes, I understand it was a big markup. We said it rounds up to like $150, almost $200. But
Yeah.
like, again, it was a collector's item. It's a special thing. It is what it is. It's rare as hell, right?
It looked dope.
But yes, it does look dope. It looks like the preferred method for me, like the preferred model for me. But
yeah.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
But again, like, this is just nuts, dude. I don't understand that. So
Yeah. I don't know. This is why you can't have nice things. Stop your bullshit. Stop it.
everybody needs to stop it. Cut your shit out.
People are acting like they're entitled to shit. Stop that shit.
Relax. Everybody relax.
Yeah.
Well, unless you got anything else, Mark.
No. We can get into this shit show. No, I'm joking.
This very, very bland piece of bread
Yes.
called Condorman from 1981.
Yep.
This is continuing our superhero theme, our 2 decades of superhero movies from the 80s to the 2000s.
Yep.
Surprisingly, this is a Disney movie. Didn't know that.
Yeah, that was the one that I think that was my most surprising thing, was learning that this was actually produced by Walt Disney. The movie, it had some funny parts, but it was again, like, if you ever watch any of those old like Disney movies, like the live action movies, not the cartoons, but the live action movies, they all had like kind of the same vibe, and it was very slow.
Yes.
And building, and that's exactly what this was. And yeah, we have Condorman, which I don't even say that he's really I don't know what the fuck he is, but hero, I don't know. He was getting chased like half this movie, like about 75% of this movie he's being chased by something, and then he also has a vehicle for everything that he's getting chased by, so it worked. But it kind of gave me like a wannabe James Bond feel.
Well, that's kind of what he was.
Yeah.
He the character was a wannabe James Bond because he was not a spy.
No, he was like a cartoonist, and then cartoonist become a hero, and the dude, his friend worked for the CIA and had him work for him for some reason, and then all the shenanigans happened, and he had a Russian spy, and then he had people after them, and so far so like that's a typical like 80s movie, like 80s action movie. Russian spies and things like that. I got a couple laughs here and there, but also the movie itself was dry. The costume was fucking terrible.
Oh,
Condor
worst
was
superhero
bad.
movie. So this is gonna be another thing we can have, Mark.
Yeah,
Which hero? So out of all these that we're gonna watch, who has the worst costume? Who has the best costume?
I think he wins. I think he's gonna be
So
number
far,
one.
so far, number one.
He's number
Worst
one
costume.
worst dressed. His car was cool.
Yeah, I mean, again, the movie wasn't bad. As in, like, if you wanted to watch this to know what it was, by all means,
We learned.
yeah, go watch it again. That's what we learned.
Yeah, don't watch it again.
But the stats for the movie is PG, an hour and 30 minutes. It classifies as action and adventure comedy. It says it right here. The release date was August 7th, 1981. So it tells you what it is. Like, it's not to be taken seriously. I get that.
Yeah.
I got that. It was goofy. There's no way this dumbass guy who was just a comic book writer and artist could become a spy. Yes, there's a leap in what's going on. So I'm taking a ride with them, but the ride along the way is boring as hell.
Yep.
There's some cool gadgets. Like, I give him that. That was like the coolest thing in the movie. It was just
Yeah.
like, oh, I have this thing I attached to a ski lift and it's got a rocket on it. It is kind of funny to see that old school CG.
Yeah.
You know, the green screen or blue screen or what have you.
Yeah.
Some of the driving sequences, like okay, I'll be honest with you, the one thing I did like about this movie was the locations
Yeah.
and looking at the old cars, because
Yeah.
my favorite thing in this movie was that those 5 black Porsches, those custom Porsches.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, look at those. You definitely do not see that every day. That's a cool looking a variation of a Porsche with
Yeah.
the big ass fins on the back, like in Italy and whatnot. Oh, that's awesome. And to see the mountains, the Swiss Alps. I assume some of them, because it's Disney, they probably filmed on location in some of those places,
Yeah.
right? So you had at the end of the movie, you had a really cool backdrop of this giant ass mountain,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's pretty dope. Like, but everything else going on while I'm looking at the background is just like kind of, yeah, whatever. This feels like Saturday on, what channel was that saying? On Channel 9, a dry ass superhero TV show called The Greatest American Hero. I'm sorry, I thought that show was dry as hell. And it just, this movie reminded me of that. It almost, the protagonist almost look alike.
Drier than $2 steak.
Tougher than a two. I got it. Damn it! Hit that steak at a family.
Oh man, this movie, it was tough. I fell asleep on it twice, but yeah, like it was dry. It was boring. It's not something I'll be like, oh, I can't wait to watch our Condorman again. It's not something I'm gonna watch ever again. But there's a cool car. The Porsche's too cool. Half this movie, I feel like I was watching like the longest chase scene, because I think 75% of this movie was chase scenes, and I was just like, why are y'all so slow? I can't catch them. But the little gadgets here, like I thought, like the car gadget with him pressing all those damn buttons, I thought it was way too much for him to be speeding that fast and pressing all those buttons. And I was just like, yo, that don't make sense. Like, you should have been thrown off a cliff already. But yeah, it is what it is. It's not gonna go high on the list at all. It's probably gonna be the last movie. It's gonna probably be one of the back end movies that we watch. But we got through it.
Yeah, it's definitely not aggressively bad.
Yeah, it's not like the worst thing I've ever seen, but it was pretty dry compared to the other movies that we have on the list so far. Mm-hmm. And do I say it's like I don't know if it's just like a superhero movie to me, because I didn't feel like he was a superhero.
Well, the thing I said is he technically was Batman, funded by the CIA. So technically,
yeah. So where you gonna review this movie?
I'll give it a 2, score wise.
Yeah. Condorman. I'm gonna give it a 1.5.
Okay.
It just didn't do much for me, and honestly, it's something I'm not gonna watch again. I would, you know what? If it was more funnier, if it was more comedic, I think I would have enjoyed it more. But the fact that even the comedy was kind of dry.
Yeah. Again, I think this movie would benefit from heavy editing, cut it down to an hour, and put it on as a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah.
It'd be actually more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Because some of the ridiculous stuff that happens is kind of like the funny parts weren't really the parts they wanted you to laugh at.
Yeah.
For me, the funny stuff was the ridiculousness of, hey, look at him with his dumbass cane, and then it shoots bullets everywhere, and it had like a scene that was way too long. But the resolution was the guy chasing him, he just conks him in the back of the head one time and he goes out. And I was just like, that was funny.
Yeah.
Not him doing the Jim Carrey with the gun, with the cane. I'm like, no, you conking the dude in the head actually made me chuckle. So, yeah, this is some like the guy at the end when they were in the speedboat with the really the top guy, the villain, and his main henchman are driving the speedboat, and it's like the big chase scene, and they were about to like get picked up by a helicopter.
Yeah.
And the main villain sees, he's like, oh no, they're gonna leave, and he's like, time to abort. And the other guy's just, I'm gonna ram him. He doesn't say anything. He just straight ahead. And the heroes are like, he's gonna hit us. And the main villain bails out and leaves the henchman, and he just doesn't stop and slams into a wall. And I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. How did you just kill yourself like that, sir? Why did you do that? He had so much time to stop or curve the boat because he's an expert in the boat, right? In the speedboat driving. It's just, bruh. This movie is no. I'm done. The only thing that would have made it better is if I would have heard a Wilhelm scream. This movie did not have a Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
Superman 2 has a Wilhelm scream. Superman 1, I think, has a Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
Flash Gordon has a Wilhelm scream.
Yeah.
So, this movie, no scream.
No. So, next movie is The Legend of the Lone Ranger. And, yeah.
So, okay. That's the original movie? I thought it was older than that.
So, The Lone Ranger, they had a few movies, but one hit right between this time. It was The Legend of the Lone Ranger.
I do not remember this existing. Okay.
Came out also in 1981. And it's
as long as it's not that dude that played him recently. You heard he likes to eat people.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if that's real or not, but I think it's funny that that's just flying out there.
Christopher Lloyd's in it.
Likes to eat people.
Christopher Lloyd's in it.
In this movie? Oh,
and
okay.
The Legend of the Lone Ranger, yeah.
All right.
I've never seen. I may have seen this when I was a kid. I do not remember this movie whatsoever. But, yep, okay. Legend of the Lone Ranger will be the next movie in our 2 decades of superhero comic book movies. And after that, it will be Superman 3, and then Supergirl.
Damn. Already?
Supergirl. Yeah, so we have this Legend of the Lone Ranger next week, Superman 3 the following, Supergirl the following week, and then Toxic Avenger. So, going through this list little by little. We're getting there. That's all. Don't watch Condorman.
Don't do this to yourself. Watch a supercut or something.
Yeah.
Anyway. He's coming. No, he's not. All right.
It's Condorman.
Condorman found me.
Condorman.
Oh yeah, he had a theme song.
Yeah.
Damn it. Man, it's stuck in. Oh, Merc, you had to bring it back up.
Yeah.
Theme of Condorman. Yes, it's a real thing. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better Elsewhere podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is also Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud. And we got a WordPress. Check us out.
Yep.
Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, SoundCloud, Twitch TV, and YouTube. Mark the Mic. Follow our Spotify page on RedCycloneInc. Check out all other casts. I just posted up the Not a Trekkie for Rise of Skywalker. We have an Odd Show Shot coming out next week, and we will be recording Games of Rage and a couple others next week too. So there's a lot of stuff coming, and yeah, that's about it. Don't watch Condorman.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Let Jinkies watch it. He'll like it. I think. I don't think he'll like it.
With the insults.
I don't know. Jinkies. Yeah, I don't think he'll like it. He only likes. He wants predator with penises. I don't know. He sent some. Jinkies be sending some weird ass pictures. Oh, did you see? Before we go, did you see the stills for Mortal Kombat?
Yes, I have.
They look dope.
It's hard not to, but yes, I have.
Looks good. I'm interested.
I hope
in the
it's a
trailer.
good movie. That's all I care. Like,
Me too.
all I gotta say is, hey, if you really want to be technical about it, Mortal Kombat Annihilation had accurate costumes,
Yeah.
but it was a terrible movie.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We need to see
You
the
gotta get
trailer.
it right.
We need to see the trailer. We need to see where it's going. We got to see a lot of things. But I have hope for it. It's going to be on HBO Max for free. So.
And it's the tone too. The
Yeah.
thing about MK is the tone. It can't be too serious.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It can't be.
I think it's going to be. I think Scorpion is going to be like the lead character in this.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Because he's been like the focal point lately, especially in the game stuff.
Well,
too.
you know, that's Ed Boon's baby. That's probably why. But but you know, I don't know how to feel about that. I'm used to the hero of Earth realm. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see. And yeah, that'll be it. Peace out. Later. Always remember, follow the Jinkies.